一杯热酒问长空，山河万里笑谈中，恩怨情仇皆消融。心归何处谁是同？寒暑经年几风光，金戈铁马笑长空，只愿此生化作风，吹散人间万古痛。此北京苍穹，今古勇，今立业，今夔州。就算有3000轮日月春秋，够不够饮尽这杯太平酒？
Your old servant, following the final instructions of the late king,
requests that 6th Prince assume
the position of regent of the two armies. Sixth Prince, pray restrain your grief.
The late king entrusted you with the 12 prefectures of Wuyue.
Its 67 counties, and its million soldiers and civilians. At this moment, you must not indulge in childish sentimentality.
I'm so young that my talent and knowledge are too shallow. I'll need your help in various affairs, Lord.
The late king, by his final instruction, entrusted me with his dying charge. How dare I not devote my very life and soul to repay the late king, Prince Huang Wei.
Here.
Help 6th Prince move to the side hall to rest for now.
Yes.
Hang Zhang, you may come with me.
The distinction between ruler and subject has been settled.
The 7th Prince should not accompany you now.
There should be dozen bolts of raw hemp in the laundry court. Fetch them quickly.
Yes.
Lord Huang is waiting.
Be slow and you'll be whipped.
Yes.
Quick! Hurry up!
The king has passed away.
So it seems. We have luckily escaped this calamity.
It's not that simple. Now our lives depend entirely on Commander He.
It was my negligence. I had almost forgotten him. I don't know when the assassin entered. I will take punishment.
Go?
Yes.
Father, it couldn't have been an assassin from outside.
The murderer must be among these people. Dai Yun has commanded the inner guard for many years. Placing a few men in the first personal guard would be as easy as turning over his hand.
But it couldn't be him either. He has been tied up and cannot move freely. Secondly, he has no reason to kill Yang Tong. To kill a witness in the Youtai courtyard.
No one would have the audacity, unless with the orders of someone with immense power.
Dai Yun.
Father, dawn is approaching. Soon, the ministers and marshals will all arrive. We will have to open the gate.
Within the palace walls, are there any reliable troops we can use?
The squad leaders and above.
In the first personal guard regiment, were all selected by the king. No, by the late king himself.
And even they have been infiltrated. Where can we find trustworthy troops?
Bring him into the hall.
Yes.
Marshal, what is your intention deploying armored troops at the palace gate?
Dismount!
Lower the keys! Open the gates!
By the command of the king, execute the rebel, Dai Yun!
Backward! Backward!
You vermin.
By the instructions of the late king, Acting Grand Marshal, Right Guard General, Commander of the Inner Cavalry and Infantry Guards, Dai Yun, colluded with the Imperial clan, usurped military authority, plundered the inner treasury, burned the palace, and harmed the sovereign. Dai also plotted to establish an heir, deploying the personal guard's troops and armor to seize the palace and support the Marquis of Qian, Qian Hongchu, to usurp the throne. Guilty of treason, Dai shall be subjected to public execution, 3 clans exterminated.
By the decree of the King of Wuyue, Grand Marshal of all forces.
August the 24th, the 6th year of Qianfu.
The maritime ventures are truly remarkable, dominating the commerce in the Western Court.
Shan, you dare not boast of wealth compared with your family.
You still owe me 250 caddies of pure gold, equivalent to 40,000 strings of coins and 80,000 bolts of silk. When will you repay?
My family is poor.
When issuing rewards to the labours on the river, we offer me a 10,000 bolts of silk of mixed colours.
In Suzhou, the Western Court, my daily expenses are fixed. I don't need such extravagance.
Who said it's all for you? Raising a son is like throwing away a stone. Earn your own bread and other expenses yourself.
Through your own hands.
Instead, your Aunt Jinding has a large family. As a junior, would that be proper for you to return to the island without bringing something back to help out?
You're right, Mother. I will convey your utmost sincerity on your behalf to Marshal Dai and Aunt Jinding, and send daily greetings on your behalf so that others will not think that we don't know what's proper.
I inherit the great legacy of my ancestors, toiling for the state, diligent and cautious, and striving for perfect governance.
However, the two luminaries adorning the sky
Cannot escape the cycle of waxing and waning. The 4 seasons of the year cannot surpass the period of succession and replacement.
The pivot of power cannot remain vacant.
And public affairs require an authority.
Righteousness shall be upheld. There shall be reverence and harmony. Diligence and tolerance shall be kept. The strange and evil shall be rejected. Benevolent men shall be appointed.
Grand Tutor, Deputy Military Governor of the 2 armies, Qian Hongchu, is intelligent, wise, brave, and resolute, with reverence and benevolence. Therefore, Hongchu shall receive the seal, to act as regent of the 2 armies. We humbly beseech your consideration, to grant the ceremonial banners according to the imperial rites, and to govern southeastern soldiers and people well,
so as to bring order to this land.
Be diligent and reverent.
Let the authorities implement this.
Wuyue cannot be without a ruler for a single day. Following the late king's final instructions, I request the Grand Tutor
to act as regent of the 2 armies, to manage the affairs of the Grand Marshal's office, and oversee all internal and external military affairs.
Hongchu's virtue is too shallow.
To bear the responsibility of the army and state.
Prince, your words are mistaken. The late king entrusted the 2 armies of the southeast and the 12 prefectures to you. You are the descendant of the late king. At this critical moment for the family and state, how can you belittle yourself, disobeying the late king's final command
and disappointing soldiers and people?
I've received great kindness from 2 generations of late kings
At this time of undecided state affairs, how can I be ungrateful and unjust? Seeking only to protect myself. Lords, ministers, where is your loyalty?
Your subject, Deputy Commander of the Inner Army, Qian Hongchu, requests the Grand Tutor to follow the late King's final instructions to act as regent of the 2 armies, to manage the affairs of the Grand Marshal's office, and oversee all military affairs. Your subject, Pacification Commissioner of the Western Court, Acting Commander of Cavalry and Infantry, Qian Hongchu, requests the Grand Tutor to follow the late King's final instructions, to act as regent of the 2 armies, to manage the affairs of the Grand Marshal's office, and oversee all military affairs.
We, your subjects, request the Grand Tutor
To follow the late King's final instructions to act as regent of the 2 armies,
to manage the affairs of the Grand Marshal's office, and oversee all military affairs.
You were not summoned to attend the ceremony for the new ruler to ascend the throne. I only knew Commander He before, for unparalleled martial arts. I never expected you to scrub the floor, cleaner than most too. All birds captured. The good bow is stored away.
You exaggerate. I am merely... a soldier as small as a mustard seed. Better to say, when hares die out, the hound is cooked.
Then let me ask you.
Was he?
A cunning hare.
I served him as a personal guard for 3 years. During the Dormju battle, we boarded the enemy ship to fight. Fire arrows set the sails ablaze, and the mast crashed down. If he had not kicked me into the water, on my grave there would be a tree as thick as a bowl by now.
You regret it.
If I hadn't killed him, I myself would be condemned to the most severe penalty. But I have went all out to kill him, and then to the nobles, ministers, and royal family. I am merely a treacherous servant who betrayed his master. Right now, allowing me to scrub the floor here is already an immense grace. How dare I even think of good jobs like guiding the main hall during court assemblies?
Do you know why he died?
Come closer.
Because he underestimated you, a soldier as small as a mustard seed. These nobles and marshals in the kingdom of Wuyue have been in peace for too long. They have probably long forgotten what kind of world we are living in now. They still think they have everything under control, without knowing that for the past few decades, the affairs of the world have never truly been in their hands. The Emperor in Chang'an needs the Yabing guards of Weibo. Without his personal guards, an empty emperor will only starve to skin and bones, not even able to have a sip of hunted wine to drink when on his deathbed. How pitiful.
Acting Grand Marshal, Right Guard General. Commander of the Inner Guard armies, Da Yun.
Secretly colluded with the imperial clan, plundered the inner treasury,
Burned the palace, and harmed the sovereign. He deployed the personal guards, troops, and armor to seize the palace
and support the Marquis of Qian Hongchu to usurp the throne.
Guilty of treason, Dai shall be subjected to public execution. 3 clans exterminated. The Marquis of Qian Hongchu, harbors treacherous intentions and ambitions beyond his place, and colluded with the inner army. He shall immediately surrender his military authority, and official seals be dismissed from the post of Prefect of Suzhou. Title of Marquis of Qian and its associated emoluments revoked. He is to be imprisoned. This is proclaimed to the state, so that all may know. Seize them.
Wait a moment.
9th Prince. What are you doing?
Eldest cousin.
You claim this is Father King's final instruction.
Do you have evidence?
The instruction bears the late king's seal.
Ninth Prince.
What more evidence do you need?
Then why are there no signatures or endorsements from the chancellors and senior advisors?
Moreover, Father's instructions have always been handwritten by Academician Yuan.
Why is this one not in Yuan's handwriting?
Ninth Prince, do not be reckless. This is a matter of state. A young man like you don't understand.
Brother, you are mistaken.
You hold a yellow silk scroll, speaking with imperial authority, intending to strip the Marquis of Qian of his military command, position, noble title, and even to imprison him. On this instruction, there is neither the handwriting of the Academician nor the signatures of the chancellors and senior advisors. How do we know it was not you these people who murdered the late king? Forge an edict to seize the army and harm my third brother.
No need to argue with him. Just take him away.
This man is the master of the Shanyu house, a southern Tang spy. Why is he here? Is the instruction you proclaim truly Father King's will, or the will of an enemy spy?
Defying the king's command is an unpardonable crime. Seize them all.
Go! Take the Ninth Prince and Qian Hongyu into custody.
Nobody move! Everyone don't move! I am the ninth son of the King of Wuyue, Marshal of all forces, a direct descendant of the Qian clan, Right Commander of the Inner Army's General Staff.
Ninth Prince!
If anyone take another step forward, I will end my own life right here. Those who plotted against my life are Du Xiaoda and Cheng Jiaoyu. You are all accomplices. This grave crime shall have your 3 clans exterminated.
The Ninth Prince refused to obey the order, drawing his blade in defiance. So you just came back like this?
The Ninth Prince is a close relative of the royal clan. I dared not act arbitrarily.
Academician Yuan, how should I deal with this, do you think? Both the Third Prince and the Ninth Prince are royal family members. This is a family matter for you. And we outside ministers should not discuss this. Lord Hu, as the late King's regent, do you have any advice for me?
Last night, the Lituan courtyard caught fire. The late king passed away, and a sudden rebellion erupted. Friend and foe were indistinguishable. This old man had no choice but to execute Dai Yan. In extraordinary times, actions are taken out of necessity, and I cannot follow the laws of peaceful times. I beg your understanding.
Is Lord Hu suggesting that? I set the Third and Ninth Prince free.
You should know the difference between the Third Prince and the Ninth Prince. The Third Prince has long been in the camps, with the soldiers respecting him. Moreover, with Dai Yan already dead, enmity has been established.
There is no turning back.
If handled improperly, I'm afraid the state may face an internal threat. As a ruler, one cannot let personal feelings affect state affairs.
The decision must be decisive and resolute.
One must absolutely not show womanly compassion.
Let the eldest prince interrogate the Third Prince.
Third Prince.
Father King.
Hongchu was extremely tired and fell asleep.
He will be fine.
That's good.
Do not disturb him. So, where are we going? The Censorate, or the Ministry of Justice?
The Inner Surveillance Office. Well enough.
At least I'm not asked to commit suicide right now.
Third Prince,
Do I need to be tied up?
If you are willing to obey. Of course not.
Let's go.
Seventh brother.
Have you figured out why you were wrong?
Now that sixth brother is the king, there's no more brotherhood. Anyone who still utters the word brother at this time is committing a grave sin and deserves to be cut into 1,000 pieces.
Where were you?
Last night, sixth brother became the king today. Last night, he was not yet the king. What happened last night should have been asked by father.
He asked. Where is Hang Zhang? I replied, waiting outside the hall for orders. Not announced, he dared not come in. He then asked, what about Hongchu? I replied, he might be asleep. Should I summon him? Father King said, children need their sleep. Hongchu has always been playful. He might have been tired out, playing during the day. Let him sleep.
Why did you lie to him? I clearly wasn't there.
You should ask yourself.
Yesterday, when he passed away, he was still thinking of his sons. At that time, did you, as a son, remember old father suffering long-term illness?
Father. Father.
This place, after all, is for guilty members of the royal family. Compared to the Ministry of Justice, it's much better. Is Hongchu all right?
He was punished by kneeling in the Fengxian Hall for half a day. That's all.
It's fine. It's fine.
Do you want me to help you? To do something?
Will you?
Eldest brother. Even you are not going to save third brother.
Hongchu, your literary talents are not outstanding. But when it comes to mathematics, even skilled old accountants have to admit defeat. You can calculate such big numbers. Yet why are you so confused about the life and social affairs here? Wen, can you grow up a bit more?
I truly don't understand these affairs. I only know he is innocent. Sixth brother know that clearly, but he insists on killing third brother. You know even more clearly. But you arrested third brother to show your contribution to sixth brother. All the ministers at court knows that third brother is actually innocent. It's only because sixth brother scruples third brother's military power that he arrested him. Yet no one dares to utter a word to save third brother's life. If that's called life and social affairs. And growing up. I would rather never grow up and never understand so-called life and social affairs.
Ninth Prince. Eldest Prince is not unwilling to save the Marquis of Qian, but unable to. As you yourself said, the Marquis of Qian's crime lies not in what he did, but in the military power he holds over the archery and cavalry units. If that is a crime, then among the Qian clan's descendants, the one with the greatest crime is not the Marquis of Qian. Eldest Prince himself bears the responsibility of commander of the inner army. His crime can be greater than that of the Marquis of Qian. Think about it. It's impossible to save the third prince in Hangzhou.
You mean?
I didn't say anything.
This mission is critical and cannot afford any mistakes.
Prince, rest assured, I have served you for many years and understand the importance.
Visiting the capital, firstly, is to present the memorial of mourning. Secondly, to investigate mass condition. And thirdly, to pay respects to the important ministers, especially Lord Feng. You must meet him in person and convey my regards on my behalf.
I humbly obey your command.
Since Lord Shueqiu is the envoy, according to convention, he should be appointed as Judge of the Grand Marshal's office.
You are right. It should be.
Aye. Thank you respectfully.
Things got a bit hard. If Qian Yuanguan was still alive, sending a letter over, considering elder sister, the authority of Wuyue wouldn't make things difficult for Qingzhua.
All of you, listen carefully. Tomorrow, I will enter the Qiantang estuary to ask the Qian family of Wuyue to give my son back. The ships you brought this time, whether they are Fu ships, Guang ships, or Sha ships, I will use them all. I need not only the ships, but also the men you brought with. They can show off our strength. Pass my order. Anyone who enters Qiantang with me this time will be exempt from all flag fees next year. Those visiting here for the first time will each receive a single dragon flag. Those who have had single dragon flags will all be promoted with double dragon flags.
In that case, I'm afraid there will be over 100 ships.
There can't be too many ships. If the bad boy of the old bastard dares to harm my son, I will cut off the Qiantang River and split this unreasonable Wuyue kingdom into two halves.
Gentlemen, who can tell me what exactly is going on?
Reporting to the Regent. Lady Yu of Huanglong Island was the widow of the late Marshal's Mansion Protocol Officer Lord Sun Tingfu. Although for decades she occupies the islands and does not submit to royal authority, she has no act of transgression. Today, she rashly leads her fleet to invade the Western Court. I'm afraid she comes for the matter of Dayuan and the Marquis of Qian.
Du Xiaoda. I'm here. You go on my behalf to ask Lady Yu. What is her intention rashly mobilizing troops?
Such sea bandits have long refused to submit to royal authority. No good asking.
Then you mean armed conflict is inevitable?
Exactly.
Then you board the ship now and arrange a battle with Lady Yu.
I.
Regent, please spare him a little. Even young Du is incompetent. Please at least preserve a little dignity. For old Lord Du.
Gentlemen, you receive the ranks and salaries of Wuyue. Now that the state faces calamity, who can go on my behalf to ask Lady Yu her intentions?
I am willing to accept the command to board on your behalf, to meet Lady Yu face to face.
What is your name?
Reporting to the Regent, I am Cheng Jiaoyu, an executive of the Shan Yu House, graced by the late king. I was granted the honorary title of Cheng Feng Lang.
From now on, you are no longer the 8th rank Cheng Feng Lang. You are the Inner Surveillance Commissioner of the Inner Army. Change into purple robes with a golden fish pouch. Go on my behalf to ask Lady Yu what exactly she intends to do.
Thank you for your trust. I will spare no effort to overcome all difficulties and fulfill my mission without disgracing it.
Lord Du,
I'm here.
I need to borrow your clothes.
Cheng Jiaoyu pays respect to Lady Yu.
And great executive.
The Shan Yu house is renowned throughout Wuyue. Master Cheng and I have long admired each other. But I did not know when you also became the Inner Surveillance Commissioner in the service of the King of Wuyue.
This humble Cheng has been the Inner Surveillance Commissioner for less than half an hour.
I got it. So among the nobles, as well as civil and military officials of Wuyue, no one has courage.
I couldn't agree more. Great executive.
What plans does the new ruler have? Master Cheng, please speak plainly.
That depends on what plans Lady Yu and the great executive have.
Qian's 9th son owes the Huanglong house 250 caddies of pure gold. I'm afraid the esteemed ruler is too miserly to pay it. Therefore, we have come in person to collect it.
Well, how did this come about?
This transaction does have a witness. Master Li of the Qinhuai house is the witness. This Master Li, Master Cheng, I bet you know him.
Only 250 caddies of gold. No need for the king's approval. I can make the promise with you.
Anything else?
Give back my son. And corpses and coffins of Dai's family members. Then I will withdraw, and from now on, the Qian stays on land, while the sun on the sea, with no further connection.
I understand. I shall take my leave now.
There are 3 hours until noon. Tell Qian Hongchu, if I don't see my son before noon, my first step is to capture his Qiantang naval camp.
Regent, I believe in state affairs. One should not act like a merchant.
Sixth brother, there are at least 100 or so ships and vessels on the river. 250 caddies of pure gold is not unacceptable if we don't give it to her. Lady, you probably won't withdraw her troops.
I request the regent to issue an edict strip Qian Hongyu of his titles and stipends for treason, deprive him of the royal name, and demote him to a commoner. Hongyu's original name is Sun Xingzue, violating regent's name taboo. His fault lies in overstepping, so his name shall be changed into Sun Ben, to highlight his transgression. The regent can dispatch Sun Ben to board the ship
and denounce them with righteousness.
They will surely be utterly ashamed and retreat.
What do you think, eldest brother?
Academician Yuan's proposal prudent and statesmanlike. I second his proposal.
We shall proceed as he suggested.
几万里大江奔腾，几万里战马嘶鸣，几万里此情无声，几万里陌上花开，几万里鸿雁归来，几万里风雨峥嵘，几万里梦游归程。此心